welcome to another episode, Taste of 1914, here at Dune Heritage Village. Today I'm making a recipe that really you could make spring, summer, or fall, because I'm using radishes to make radish slaw. I know it sounds odd, but it's a really tasty recipe that comes from a cookbook called the Canadian Farm Cookbook, and the woman who shared the recipe is local. She's Mrs. Menno Shantz of Ayr in Waterloo Region. And the cookbook was published in 1911. So what we need are some radishes. They can be nice and fresh like this, or even a little bit older and wrinkly. You need some cream, some salt, and some vinegar. And you're also going to need a grater, or these days maybe a food processor. Let's get started. So now our first step is to peel the radishes. You could probably keep the outside on if you really wanted to, if it wasn't too sharp. And you could use just about any kind of radish. In 1914, there were a lot of different varieties. And some were considered spring radishes, and there were fall radishes, including ones like black Spanish radish, which we've actually grown here in the village sometimes. It's quite a large radish. I'm just using the more typical little red ones. And so you need to peel them, and then you start grating your radishes. And this is where, if you have a food processor, you could use that instead. It wasn't available in 1914. You'll notice these are quite juicy radishes, so the next step is going to be important, and that's to let them sit. So this is a really flexible recipe. It doesn't include any suggested measurements. So I'm aiming for around a cup. I don't need a lot of radish, but this is what happens after it's been sitting for a little bit, is there's a lot of moisture that comes out. So I'm just going to squeeze out the last of the moisture. So now I'm just going to add the grated radish into a bowl, and this could be a fancy serving bowl that you're going to use for a special occasion. At this point, I'm just adding a cup, and we'll see. There we go. And I'm going to set that aside to make the dressing. So I have a small bowl here, and I'm going to add about a quarter cup of cream. Now the recipe doesn't say what type of cream. I'm using whipping cream. I'm just going to add about a quarter cup to my little bowl here. And then I need to add some vinegar. So I'm going to add a tablespoon to start with. And then you add salt. And I'm just going to do a couple of shakes of salt in here. And then taste. Mix it and taste to see what else is needed. You'll notice it's quite thick with the whipped cream. Needs a little more vinegar and a little more salt. So this is to your own taste. So now it's time to serve the salad. So we're going to put it into our nice bowl to take to table. And of course this is just a small amount. You could make as much as you'd like, and then add your dressing. Again, as much or as little as you'd like. Not too early so your salad doesn't get soggy. And now it's ready to take to table. I might decorate it with something as well. And of course, I'm going to taste it. I don't like radishes, but I like radish slaw. Give it a try and enjoy a taste of 1914.